Hey good people, it is Tashira from Politics and Fashion here today with a video that is about a topic that I discussed with you all probably about a year or so ago, and I felt like it was time for a part 2 to that video. And as you saw from the title, it is all about luxury minimalism. I first heard of this concept here on YouTube, and it is the idea that you can enjoy luxury items at the pace and the consumption level that makes you feel good. And for me in today's video, it is a part 2 to a previous video all about my one and dones. These are the luxury items that I have that I'm good with just one of. I'm good with just one of. Hold me accountable. I'll be holding myself accountable, okay? And for me, it's just about normalizing the idea that we do not have to fall victim to mass consumption. We can like nice things, we can enjoy nice things, and we can still shop with intention. So if that sounds good to you, please keep watching. Make sure you are following me over on social media. I am on Instagram and TikTok at Politics and Fashion. Subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. We would love to welcome you into the tribe, and let's get started. Now, before I get started, let me share with you today's OOTD, because these are the kind of pieces, at least one of them, that for sure really feed into my idea of luxury minimalism. But I'll start with my accessories. These earrings are by Natia and Lacko. They have the lion's head at the top, which I love. On this wrist are my free maiden cuffs. This actually is one of her newest cuffs that she sent to me. And the Cartier Just Unclue. I'm wearing the Gypsy by Nature ring, as well as my David Yurman ring. And then the piece de resistance, okay, is my robe by Christian Dior. I tend to wear this robe, you all, as more of like a kimono or outerwear. Surely this kind of ready to wear, this kind of investment for me was never going to be just worn in the house, okay? Although I could if I wanted to. But I love the idea of just having it as an additional layer, that piece that adds a pop to your outfit. So while this was a true investment, for me it was worth it because I'm never getting rid of it. It is silk, it is embroidered. It has black piping. I mean, it's just all the things. It's delicious. It's all the things that you want a piece of ready to wear to be. And I love that, especially because it is such a great layering piece going into fall or in this pre-fall season, okay? Up top, I am wearing an Aritzia crop top. On the bottom is a black skirt from Lulu's. I'm in the house, so I'm not wearing any shoes, but if I was, I would probably have on a pair of either mules or strappy black sandals. It's the kind of outfit that I would like to wear probably going out in the evening, not just date night, but kind of like pre-gaming, after work. I mean, I work from home clearly, but if I was headed into the city for a good time in the evening. Let's get into my luxury minimalism list, part 2. Again, this list for me is about those items that I don't feel a need to buy multiples of. There are other items in my collection that I don't feel that way about, so this video is definitely not about judging how someone else purchases items or how other content creators choose to purchase and to share with their audience items. This is simply about me and the minimalistic approach that I try to take to certain items, especially as it relates to having duplicates in particular categories. I have worked hard to be okay with just one of these particular items. And as enticing as it is, I want to be able to hold myself accountable to that. I think that very oftentimes, if you are consuming fashion or luxury content, it is very, very easy for us to start to develop a mindset of a collector, even if we are not a collector, right? There are certain people that collect items. That is who they are. That is what brings them joy. That is what makes their heart sing. If I am not that kind of person, then I can just have one, maybe two, maybe three, but I don't need 25 of the thing, because for me, one brings me joy. First up are my luxury sneakers, and these are by Gucci. I used to know the name of these, and now I cannot remember. I think Gucci Screener sneakers, and they made them with and without the crystals. I, of course, she's extra.com, okay, had to get the ones with the crystals. I remember getting these because I was going to Art Basel, and the year before when I had gone, I had stupidly worn heels. and my feet just hated me. Like, it's not the kind of situation to pull up on with heels. You got to be comfortable. It is in Miami every year. It is an international art fair. And so when we got there, I remember seeing these shoes online. A sister who I love to death named Diamond Mahoney out of Dallas. She's a stylist, and she had styled her client wearing these shoes in a look that I like to give, which y'all know is contrast dressing, right? So the client was wearing the sneakers with something like very avant-garde up top. And I said, oh, that's the shit. The shiznai, I gotta have them. Ran to Gucci, found them, have had them in my collection ever since. I do not regret purchasing them. However, what this purchase taught me was that luxury sneakers are not for me. Because the cost per wear, the math ain't gonna math. It's just not, right? I have worn my J's 10 times as many times as I have worn these. And these shoes were 10 times the price of the J's. So from that perspective, no matter how enticing it may be, there are plenty of luxury sneakers out there that I absolutely love. Celine has a pair that I think are so dope. They have that Jordan 1 silhouette. But what I know is I need to stick to my luxury minimalism as it relates to luxury sneakers and stay true to the Gucci screeners. Y'all remind me to wear these. I really do love them. I do. I'm actually taking a trip next month out to Shenandoah Valley. I'm going hiking. Maybe I should throw these on. Throw the Gucci's on, girl, out in the forest. Let's go to the next item. The next item on the list is my Louis Vuitton A5 size agenda. I think this is called the GM size. I got this off the Humble. I went into LV looking for something completely different. Oh, I remember it was a key pouch because I had lost mine. And I just asked, hey, do you have the agenda? She said, sure, we actually do. And for those of you who are part of the planner community, you know that that was a ram in a bush. Like, for a boutique to have this size in stock and to not have to buy it resale is hitting the lick. Like, it was pretty good luck that day, and I felt like I couldn't turn it down because I had wanted it for years and refused to pay either at retail price or above for a used one or a pre-loved one. Grabbed it and have been in love with it. I use it literally every single day. It is full of spreads by Cloth and Paper. It has spaces for your project section. I have a goal planning section. There's a finance section in here. And I do have the Cloth and Paper subscription box, and I have shared with you all Plan With Me videos before. Let me know if you want me to get back into those. I haven't had a chance to do so recently, but I would love to maybe do like a summer recap, flipping through my planner with you all. But nevertheless, what I have found in the planner community is that we tend to hoard things. We do. We hoard things. We hoard markers. We hoard stickers. We hoard any kind of paper object, Post-it notes, and it is an addiction and an affliction. The amount of people I know who I follow online who have multiple of these, and I just don't see the need. I am so happy with this. This feels like my security blanket. It truly does. Like, it goes with me most places, especially if I'm traveling. It definitely comes with me. I don't care if I'm just going, you know, on a quick overnight trip. I think to myself, what if I need my blanket? You know, like I have that kind of like jonesing moment for it. It is one of the first things that I check when I wake up in the morning. I have my Sunday planning time. Like, we have such a special relationship. I know it's not real, but we have such a special relationship until I can't imagine cheating on her with somebody else. I can't do that. Plus, it's almost cuffing season. You know, and so I feel like we just got to get locked and loaded and stay that way. Now, she does come in multiple sizes, and I have thought before about getting one to her that's very similar, that is just the agenda cover, that is not a 3 or a 6 ring. This one has the rings on the inside, as you all can see. But I don't need that. Let me give you a quick walkthrough, at least at the beginning. I have my dashboard here. These are journaling cards, and then that is a sticker of Angela Davis. I have kind of like this double dash in the front, both from Cloth and Paper. I always have a ollie clip, and this is what I would use to plan for a monthly spread, and a weekly spread looks a little something like this. And there are different types of weekly spreads as well. The most recent one that I'm going to use for the month of September is going to look like this. Again, I don't need more than one, and I feel like having more than one would be a distraction and keep me away from the habit. It would be too many things happening. The only other kind of agenda I have is a Goyard one, and I use that one as a cover for my journal. And then I have a A5 size planner, I guess A5 size cover. It's not actually a planner, that I use for all of my wellness spreads that also are from cloth and paper. For the luxury A5 6-ring notebook, it's this one and this one only. Number 3 is the good old Bottega pouch. It's a good old Bottega pouch. This pouch now comes in multiple sizes, 1,000,001 colorways, and as I've shared with you all before, this one is the first generation. It is the crinkled leather. I am going to ride this thing into the sunset. I have no need for another one. It was one of Daniel Lee's kind of first creations that brought new Bottega back alive. He's no longer with the brand, but I'm happy that I have what feels like to me like an archival piece that really speaks to the resurgence of the brand. I don't feel a need to have another one in any color. In any color. I don't care if it's black, white, purple, blue, green. Between the price increases, which are egregious compared to what this first was, this has probably gone up by at least $1,000. I paid $2,400 for this. And that was back in 2019, maybe? I know it was pre-pandemic. So for this to have gone up to about $3,200, $3,400 in that time period, it blows my mind. And I love it, but at today's prices, I would not buy it. And I don't love the ones that have the weaving as much. I think the Intrecciato leather, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, probably not. I think that looks much better in other bags, like the Jody, for example. I don't love it on the pouch. And so from that perspective, there's not another one outside of the metallic one that really, really, really excites me. And so I am happy with pulling this out as a pop, especially when I'm wearing things that need a metallic touch. So me in the Bottega clutch, the Bottega pouch, we are a one and done situation. I'm happy with that. Sticking with Bottega, let's go to my leather moto jacket. First of all, from a practical standpoint, pieces like this that are this thick calfskin leather have to be worn in. They only get better over time. And so the work that I've already put in to just mold this to my body, I cannot imagine switching in and out of different moto jackets. No, this one is going to be, it will walk to me and put itself on on my shoulders by the time I'm done, right? Like this one is going to fit me literally like a glove. And what I love about it, which I shared with you all before, it's the gold hardware. It is the gold hardware for me. That is something that is so hard. So completely hard to find. There is an All Saints version that I typically link in videos, and I will also link in the description box if you are interested. But the fact that it is cropped, it's the classic moto style, yet the leather is not smooth. It's kind of crinkled. I worked for a luxury brand, and our like classic, very famous and popular moto jacket was smooth leather. And some people didn't mind that, they wanted it to be kind of like beat up. That would drive me bananas, right? So I'm happy that you don't see any imperfections on this, and it's just gonna wear well over time. It was part of the pre-spring 2020 collection, and let me just say that I got this on sale. Yep, 50% off. Luxury brands do have sales, usually around the holiday season, Black Friday, and sometime in spring and early summer. I grabbed this, I think, last spring, and it has been one of my most worn pieces of outerwear for sure in my wardrobe. As long as I have this and I can still fit it, which I hope I can, I don't have a need for another leather jacket in my collection whatsoever. It is the kind of piece that you really enjoy breaking in and making it an essential part of your wardrobe. And my last one and done item for my luxury minimalism list part 2 is the Dior scarf slash blanket. I unboxed this with you all here on YouTube, so I will link that video down below, but I got this to celebrate my first year as a solopreneur last year. I got it at the Dior in Atlanta, and the funny part is that I have been looking for this scarf online for years. Had found it on like Fashion File or maybe the Real, didn't pull the trigger and quickly regretted it because I was never able to find it again in good condition. I go to the Dior in Atlanta at Phipps Plaza, I believe is where it was, and I go inside and I was shocked. I was shocked when I realized that they had it, because the only other place I had seen this blanket was in Dallas. It's not something that you can necessarily find in stock at every Dior, although it is available online. Now, what I have come to do during the non-winter months is actually use this as a blanket, or I kind of use it as a throw. I put it across the couch. I have it kind of hanging out of a basket decoratively in the foyer. I try to make it an accent and part of the house because that's truly what it is. This is humongous. It is humongous. However, because I'm extra.com, you cannot tell me not to put this thing around my neck with a nice pea coat, a jewel tone pea coat, a camel pea coat. Girl, please. And then what I have come to do also is I take it and I fold it in a triangle and I wear it on top of the back of my coat underneath the collar. Whew, girl, that's Mackenzie's mom on her way to get a pumpkin spice latte down at the Starbucks, as she's on calls organizing the activities for Mackenzie's fencing club. Okay. Y'all thought Mackenzie played basketball. Y'all thought she played softball. Mackenzie is a fencer. Okay, she's changing the sport for the better, bringing diversity to it. This is what her mom shows up to the matches in. So I don't need another luxury scarf. I've seen ones that I love, Fendi, LV, and others, even Loewe. If I get another scarf, it probably would be more of a contemporary brand like Acne, something that is on a much lower price point of. But also, let me just say that I feel like certain things, if I duplicate them or I have multiples of, I won't be honoring the memory of why I got it, right? So for example, my Cartier bracelet was a really big deal for me and my former partner to be able to invest in this, and we got it for my birthday, and it's a whole moment. It's my first Cartier piece. If I have a wrist full of Cartier jewelry, this won't be meaningful. If I have a closet full of luxury scarves, knowing that I invested in this to celebrate the hard work, discipline, tenacity, and resilience it takes as a Black woman business owner who does not come from generational wealth out here, got it from out the mud, right? And I got myself this to celebrate that. If I have a closet full of them, what will this mean? And so I tend to attach a particular significance and nostalgia oftentimes to pieces that I own. And I think that's also probably why my luxury minimalism list continues to grow. And that is it, good people. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Y'all let me know down below, what is on your luxury minimalism list? What are your ones and dones that you got it, you were happy with it, and you have no need for any more? The tribe would love to know. In the meantime, make sure you are following me over on social media, Instagram and TikTok. We have such a good time on TikTok, y'all. I would love for you to be a part of that tribe, okay? Make sure you are following me there. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you good people across the internet. Peace.